Welcome to Sweet Nightmares, coming to you from the Dark Parlour. My name is Rissa Miller. I invite you to pull your loved ones close, gather under a blanket, and join me for a scare. It's not always scary. Sometimes ghost stories are caused by a sentient being who loves a good laugh. Enter the Imp of Clark Alley. The Imp of Clark Alley could turn into any form it pleased, human, animal, or thing. Articles state it appeared as a paperboy, a horse thief, and various common objects, and could disappear in a cloud of smoke. Its most popular ways to show up were as a vase, a beer bottle, or a barrel. It could animate itself and roll towards people to chase them. So many people reported seeing the imp that groups of men would set out at night through the downtown in attempts to find, catch, and kill it. One man even brought a gun and shot at it when it appeared as a swirling mist. But it just vanished into the air. Paranormal pro tip: you can't kill a ghost with a shovel, a gun, or a knife. If you're really worried about expelling a ghost, remember they're already dead. To protect yourself, get some salt or sage. The final reported sighting of the imp was on January 30, 1880. A woman was sweeping the sidewalk in front of her home when she saw an extraordinarily and oddly tall woman dressed in black sauntering down the street. Somehow, she realized it was actually the imp and ran into her house for safety. Several others reported seeing the same figure on the street before it vanished. Witnesses all stated the woman was too tall to be real and moved in a strange fashion. But for all of its mayhem and tricks, what was the imp? Most paranormal experts believe ghosts are usually ethereal, as in they don't take a solid form, which is why guns and knives don't help when facing an ill-intended spirit. The way the imp could evaporate into mist sounds right for a ghost. But there's also the theory that the imp was a poltergeist. Since 1982, when Spielberg's movie came out, we've all come to associate poltergeists with the very worst kind of malevolent ghost. Thanks, Hollywood. Let's be kind and rewind. It wasn't always that way. Historically, a poltergeist was less common than other hauntings, but was considered a special ghost that could move physical objects. So maybe this was the right label for the imp. Another modern theory around poltergeists is that these encounters happen because of an outward energy from a living human's emotions, someone experiencing extreme distress. It's most frequently a teenager, but parapsychologists report poltergeist activity happening with focused subjects between 8 and 78 years old. What really matters is the force of their emotions. So in this scenario, the imp would have been a projection of someone in the area, and when their turmoil resolved, the imp disappeared forever. Others believe the imp was a shapeshifter, a being that can physically transform its appearance by supernatural means. Initially, this sounds right, but in most tellings, shapeshifters are malevolent figures like werewolves or the Wendigo. Shapeshifting is also employed in demonic sorcery as well as South American shamanism, but neither of those really resonates for the jokester imp. Sadly, the Imp of Clark Alley, now Clark Avenue, hasn't been seen in more than 100 years.
We love a scary tale, but it's important to remember that ghost stories, lore, and legends are a snapshot of a moment in time. Every effort was made to respect the history of this sweet nightmare. Wishing you sweet nightmares from all of us at the Dark Parlour.